introduction, Laura Wallace came to this land to make a home for herself and her infant child. Let us honor and cherish the memory of so good a woman. And let us offer solace and comfort to the young boy, Benjamin, whom Laura has left us. She will live on through him and through all of you who were her friends. Let us not forget her, this woman who sought to bring meaning to her life and to the life of all of those around her. She was loyal to those who gave her friendship. We commend Laura Wallace to you, O Lord, a friend, a mother, a human being who has lived in the shining light of your mercy and goodness. Ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Amen.
You all right, Ben?
Sure.
Mr. and Mrs. Taft are waiting to take you home with them. They're nice people, Ben.
Sure. Fine people.
Who were those men?
They weren't very sociable, whoever they were.
Well, maybe they had a reason not to be. Meaning? Well, it won't make any difference, not to her anyway. My guess is one of those men is Ben's father.
I thought he was dead.
When Laura Wallace first came to this ranch and I gave her a job, she was running away from a man she thought she was in love with. That man was an outlaw, Morgan Price. Tafts are fine people. They're fond of Laura, they're fond of Ben. He's going to come out of this just fine.
Don't move. Don't nobody make a move.
All right, settle down.
Oh, these two hotheads yours?
Yes.
Well, let's try to make this a friendly visit, huh?
We're on it.
Good. Because my friends weren't sure about your hospitality, so they're waiting outside. You understand?
You make a strong point.
What's that?
It's $5,000. That's the amount of reward they got posted on me now.
I heard.
It seems like a fair amount for a kid to get started with.
Ben doesn't need your money, Price. He'll be taken care of.
Not the way I want him taken care of. Now, you see that he gets it, Lancer. You see that he buys what he needs.
Why?
Well, he's my son. Maybe I owe him. Whatever, I always pay my debts.
You weren't around all those times when he needed your help?
I'm around now, and there's the help. It's clean money, if that's what you're worried about.
How would you come by clean money?
I won it at Faro, Sonora, 2 weeks ago. Ask anybody down there.
All right, I'll see he gets it.
Outside. The kid's still mine. He'll always be mine. Remember that.
Thing.
Oh, thanks.
It's like a good carving job. Can I take a look at it?
Well, it's just an old piece of wood.
All the same, did a good job. I can remember carving one just like this when I was about your age.
Someday, I'll buy a real one.
I'm sure you will if it's that important to you. Tell me, Ben, how do you like living here with the Tafts?
Well, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Well, they like you. They like you very much. In fact, I think they'd like to adopt you. Do you know what that means?
Sure. It's when you don't have any kin.
That's right.
Well, I got kin. I got kin!
Ben!
You understand? I had to do it. He wasn't going to let us explain how much we really want to help you.
You can't help me.
Sure we can, kid. We came here to take you to see your daddy. Now, don't you want to see your daddy?
You don't even know him.
What do you mean we don't know him? We're old friends. Why, we've been working for Morgan Price for over 2 years. Ah, he's okay, kid. He only got a little tap on the head. He'll wake up smiling, I guarantee it.
He's got to understand.
He'll understand. Let's go, kid.
When are we gonna get there?
Oh, don't worry about it, son. We've got plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Why'd my pa send you? Why didn't he come himself?
Well, he wanted to. He wanted to, you understand? But he's hiding out for a spell. No.
He paying you to bring me?
Yeah, you might say that.
How much?
Just an honest day's wages, son, that's all.
Hey, he got a horse for me?
We got a whole corral of horses for you. Just take your pick.
And a gun?
And a gun, a beautiful brand new gun with a white pearl handle to boot.
Guess he's a pretty important man, huh?
That's right, son. And when he sharpens his knife, he used a real live rattlesnake.
Freeze.
You think you can take both of us, friend?
Probably. But I'll watch, just in case. Back away, Ben.
We didn't hurt the kid.
That's why he's still alive. Now unhitch those gun belts.
You all right, Ben?
Yeah. Fine.
Turn these two over to the sheriff in Blood Rock on our way home.
Home?
Guess you'll be glad to be back.
Sure.
Don't get careless, Tucker.
Not a chance, Sheriff.
You plucked yourself a couple of prize apples. I guess there'll be a reward posted for them someplace.
Not interested, Sheriff. We got what we came for.
Is that really Morgan Price's son?
Does it make any difference?
Well, I'm just a tired old sheriff in a small town, Mr. Lancer. I ain't never been this close to a famous outlaw before, even if it is only his son.
Well, we'd like to be on our way.
Well, the truth is, I've got to fill out some papers here, Mr. Lancer. Legal requirements, you understand. Gonna have to ask you to sign before you leave town.
That's no problem.
Well, I'm afraid it is. See, I can't get these papers filled out till tomorrow morning at the earliest.
Tomorrow?
Now, like I said, it's just a small town, Mr. Lancer.
I guess we got no choice. You better wire Johnny and tell him we're being held up.
Well, I sure do promise to get these papers out just as quick as I can.
Well, good night, Sheriff.
I was thinking now, you got to get those horses over to the livery stable. Get checked into the hotel there. I'd be glad to watch the boy for a few minutes for you.
No thanks, Sheriff. He's no trouble at all.
Well, I was thinking we might go across the street there. Mr. Benton's got a mighty fine supply of sour ball candy.
Would you like that, Ben?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's mighty nice of you, Sheriff.
You just go along about your business. I'll get him over straight away. Yes, sir. You sure got yourself a famous paw. Mighty famous.
I know.
I guess you're right proud of him.
Kind of.
It's all right, Ben. You go ahead and say it. Just because I'm wearing a badge don't mean I can't understand when a boy likes his daddy.
Some don't understand.
Get to see him much? Your pa?
No.
Well, that's too bad. Why not?
I ain't never seen him at all.
Not at all?
No.
Well, dang, if that don't beat all, old Ben's gone home early. Say, I'm sorry about that, Ben.
It's all right. I don't need no candy anyway.
Tell you what now, we'll get down here first thing in the morning and buy out the store. How's that for?
All right.
Well, anyway, it kind of gave us a chance to get acquainted. That's not too bad, is it?
No.
Now, what was I talking about?
My pa.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. I was going to tell you something about him. There's a rumor going around that Morgan Price is holed up real close by here. A place called Bone Canyon.
Well, where's that?
Oh, that's about just a few miles south of here. Take a whole army to smoke him out of there.
What would you do if you caught him?
Do? Well, I wouldn't do nothing. It's not my job. You see, that's up to the court. Well, here we are, all safe and sound. I suppose your friends are up there in the room waiting for you right now.
Sure. Thanks, Sheriff.
That's all right. Now, don't you forget that candy business first thing tomorrow morning.
All right.
Night, Ben.
Good night.
All right, into bed. Let's go. Under those covers. Come on. I don't want to hear a peep out of you until morning, you understand?
Scott,
Yes?
those two men. You think they were really taking me to see my pa?
I don't know, maybe.
It's time you got to sleep, young man. Good night.
Good night. Scott? You think my pa really wants to see me?
No more talk. All right?
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Was you gonna steal this horse?
I was only borrowing him.
Was you, gonna borrow him to see your pa?
I didn't say that.
Looks like we've got a horse thief on our hands, Sheriff.
No, I wouldn't go too hard on the boy, Tucker. I say we step in the saloon here and talk this over. Maybe we could figure out a way to keep the poor tad out of jail. Ben? Evening, Harley. Say, give us a sarsaparilla for a young friend here. This is Morgan Price's son. He's paying blood rock a short visit, ain't that right, Ben?
Yes, sir.
Play these.
Now, I decided we're just going to forget about what happened outside and enjoy ourselves. That all right with you?
Yes, sir.
Evening, Sheriff.
Why, Kate, if it ain't a real pleasure seeing you, remember my deputy, Collis Tucker?
Yeah, I remember. Now, what's all this about a celebrity in town?
Well, I probably shouldn't even mention it. Everybody's going to be making a big fuss over him.
He don't look much like the pictures I've seen of Morgan Price.
Well, now, sometimes a picture can fool you, Kate. Now, if you was to see Morgan Price in person...
Well, now, that's not very likely, is it, Sheriff?
Well, no, I guess that wouldn't be, Kate. Ben here's only going to be around town till tomorrow. Ain't that right, Ben?
I guess so.
Yeah, sure is too bad. He's going to miss all the local sights. Bone Canyon. Now, Tad could have a whole lot of fun playing hide-and-go-seek in a place like that.
Boy, his age really ought to be in bed by now.
Nothing I admire more in a woman than the way she worries about young'un.
I can take care of myself, too, Sheriff.
Yeah, that you can, Kate. That you can.
What was that all about?
If he was going to send a message to Morgan Price, why not give it to his girlfriend? Uh-oh, looks like we got caught red-handed.
We've been all over town looking for you.
Now, don't be too harsh on the Tad. He was just outside getting some fresh air when I found him.
If you don't mind, Sheriff, we'd like to hear that from him.
Suit yourself.
Why'd you run away, Ben?
I wanted to see my pa.
Ben, I don't think your pa wants to see you right now. Otherwise, he'd be here.
But he might. If I could give him a chance, he might want me.
There's some things you're gonna have to learn to face up to, Ben.
If my pa don't see me, I won't ever know if he'd even like me. I got a right to know that much, don't I? Don't I, Mr. Lancer?
Yes. Yes, Ben, I guess you do.
Murdoch.
How long do you suppose it would be before he jumps out of another window and runs away? We can't keep him chained to a post forever. Oh, Scott, I don't think we got a choice. It is his right. And it's better that it be now while we are here to help. Sheriff, we have a little talk.
I'd be glad to.
Privately, if you don't mind. Your office?
This way?
Look, that's all the action we're going to have tonight. I'm going to quit early. Oh, and I may be late tomorrow. I've got some errands to take care of.
Ben, we did something for you, and we want you to do something for us. Will you go over to the hotel and stay there and not run away anymore? We have your promise on that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You go on. Scott and I will be along shortly.
All right.
This boy could have turned out a whole lot worse with a bloodline like he's got.
We're not dealing in horses, Sheriff.
Just step inside, gents. Well, now, can I offer anybody a drink?
Sheriff, why don't we just save each other a lot of small talk and time, huh?
Whatever's your pleasure.
I want Ben to have that chance to meet his father.
Well, it seems like it would be a nice idea.
You could arrange it.
That's so.
Call off your deputies. Pick some neutral ground outside of Bone Canyon where Morgan Price could meet his son.
That's a nice idea, all right. It's too bad it wouldn't work.
What do you mean it wouldn't work?
Well, I'm responsible for this whole county. What do you think they'd say if the boy went out there and got himself killed?
Morgan Price wouldn't let anything happen to his own son.
Well, now, you believe that, and your daddy here believes it. I only wish I could believe it. Fact still remains that if Anything happens to that boy out there, I got to answer for it. Now, if it was in town, that would be different. But out in the middle of nowhere, I just couldn't allow it.
You mean you would agree to it if Price met Ben here in town?
Well, I don't know. You've got to remember, Mr. Lancer, that you're asking me to do something illegal.
All I'm asking you to do is to let a small boy find out what his father really is, to keep him from spending the rest of his life believing in some sort of romantic legend.
If the Marshal of Digby ever found out about all
One
this...
hour, that's all we're asking.
Well, even if I was to agree, who's going to ride out there to Bone Canyon and tell Morgan Price? Tacker?
Not for $10,000.
The man's got a point.
I'll go.
Scott.
If we're gonna have a party, somebody has to invite the guest of honor. Besides, if I don't go to Bone Canyon now, Ben will try it later.
We can't tell him until we're sure Price will come.
Well, Sheriff, do we have a deal?
Shouldn't do it. Still, that poor little Tad's got a right to see his daddy just once. All right, 1 hour now. No more, no less.
I was wondering how long it would take.
You got 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here. 3 seconds.
I've got a message for you about your son.
Oh, yeah, I heard he was in Blood Rock.
That's right. We've made a deal for you, Price, with the sheriff. He's willing to give you an hour's amnesty to come to town to see Ben. You pick the time.
Tonight at 10 o'clock. He'll come alone down Main Street.
What about my son?
He'll be safe as long as Morgan Price is safe.
And how long is that supposed to be?
Until Morgan leaves town again. Nothing goes wrong, your son will be released.
This wasn't part of our bargain, Sheriff.
No need to fret, Mr. Lancer. Nothing going to happen to Morgan Price.
Then it's a deal?
Price gets his 1 hour, just like we agreed, starting at 10 o'clock.
I sure hope he's telling the truth, Mr. Lancer.
It better be the truth.
Well, now, I'd be a fool, wouldn't I, to go back on my word?
More than you know, Sheriff.
I figure we'll need about 4 men with rifles. Bonus wages for night work.
You'll be able to afford it.
Reward money? Well, that's small town thinking, Tacker. You want to be famous, you got to do something famous.
Like finishing off Morgan Price.
Well, I got to admit, it's got a nice ring to it. about. Now, Morgan Price ain't due here for about half an hour. But of course, you never can tell. But she's packing in.
Oh, Sheriff. Well, you got a real fun time here. It's not even 10 o'clock and you're all boarded up. 6 of you all lined up here like a firing squad.
Who are you? What's your business here?
I just came into town looking for Murdoch Lancer.
One of the Lancer boys?
That's right. Hey, tell me what kind of a mousetrap you got going here.
Well, that's no concern of yours. Tucker, putting you under protective custody.
What's that mean?
Well, it means we got a pretty good thing going here, and we're not going to let you spoil it. It'll only be about half an hour. Take him over there and buy him a drink. Why don't you get up on top of the print shop there? You can just stake out right in front of the hotel here. You work over there in between that gun shop and the cafe. And you and me'll take the other side of the street. Get over there by my office. I'll be by the saloon. Now, all of you just keep out of sight. And, keep very quiet, you know. Don't get gun happy, just kind of act natural. See what I mean?
What's the matter, Lancer? I thought you were expecting me.
Where's Scott?
He's alive. He'll stay that way as long as I do.
I should have turned you in 6 years ago when I had the chance.
You'd like to try it now?
What do you think?
Well, where's the kid?
He's in the next room. I didn't tell him you were coming.
Good, we can start even.
Price, you have a chance now to do something good for Ben. Maybe the only decent thing you ever could have done.
Yeah? What's that?
Convince him you're not a hero.
Wake up.
Who are you?
Well, I'm a friend of Morgan Price.
A friend? Then he sent you here to get me.
No.
Oh, what'd you come for?
Well, he asked me to give you something. What's the matter? Can't you count? That's $500 in gold.
I can count.
Go on, play with them. They're yours.
Is this why my pa didn't come? 'Cause he stole these from a bank or something?
Talk like that, kid. You're liable not to get any more presents.
Well, tell him I'm much obliged.
It's better. Hey, this looks too big for you.
Oh, Mom always bought me clothes so I could grow into them.
You sure must grow fast.
She's dead now.
You're big enough to take care of yourself anyway.
Yeah.
Turning into a long night.
For you, maybe.
Price ought to be in Blood Rock by now.
Only thing you've got to worry about is hoping he gets back.
Mind if I have a cup of that coffee?
Get it yourself. Get that cup out of the fire.
Sorry.
Somebody waiting for you?
Somebody's always waiting for me, kid.
You act scared.
Well, maybe I am.
My pa's never been scared.
What makes you say that?
Well, he's a famous man. He couldn't be scared of nothing.
You're living with a pocket full of dirt, kid. Forget about your pa.
Why?
Because he did all those things you heard about. Robbed 100 banks, maybe killed half that many men.
You ain't his friend, or you wouldn't say that.
Friend? I'm nobody's friend but my own, kid. I watch out for myself. You're smart, you'll do the same thing.
You better get out of here. There's some men down on the street. It looks like a trap.
Yeah, I know. Sheriff double-crossed, you'll answer. One more thing, kid, what I really came here to tell you. Your pa's dead.
No. He can't be.
Yes, he is. Got in a fight over money, double-crossed his own gang. They shot him. and they kicked him in a ditch face down in the mud.
Oh, you're lying. It ain't so. It ain't so. He's not dead. I hate you.
I don't remember much about what it was like when I was your age. If you're lucky, you won't either, kid.
Come on, we've got to get you out of here.
We?
You said it, Price. As long as you stay alive, Scott stays alive. Let's go. You'll be fine.
Sheriff, looks like you've been stood up. Who are you waiting for?
I'd see him, Sheriff.
Scott!
Too late, Sheriff. Price came to town an hour ago. Probably gone by now.
I close it on the hotel. From the streets.
All right, close in on the hotel. Come on in the hotel.
Go on inside.
Move, move.
Go on around there and try. Are you people getting the soul? Go on, get in there.
You could get one of those horses.
promise you're gonna do something famous.
Scott! Johnny!
Scott, I was worried.
So was I.
No, Ben. Let him look. Go home, kid. Where you belong. Yes, sir. There's a lot of money here, Ben. Enough to buy almost anything you want. Your father left it for you because he figured you're man enough to know how to use it. Now, you could take it out and spend a lot of it right now, or you could give it to Mr. and Mrs. Taft to hold for you. It's up to you.
I think I'll give it to Mr. Taft to hold for me till I can think things out.
That seems like a good idea.
Well, I guess I'll be getting back now if it's all right with you.
So long, Ben.
Come on, Ben, I'll take you home.
Give me a hand. Thought you were going to give that to him.
I will. One day I will. One day when he's old enough to realize just how much it cost.